The dust was as thick as sugar on a cop's donut, and nowhere near as sweet. Before long, it would coat my face in a fine gray film, enough to tell anyone with half a brain exactly where I'd been. Colin Blue was paying me to recover his horn. I know how that sounds, like the setup to a bad joke. But still, the man was paying, and I could do with the money and the good press. Colin had the personality of a fresh coat of paint, and all the charm that goes with a kick in the nuts. But God had blessed him with a face of an angel and a body to match. That covered a multitude of sins. He worked out at the Sheep Pen, a high-end club where the drinks were cold and the entertainment was hot. You could slice the desperation and regret in the air with a chainsaw. Lights stayed low enough to hide the stains on the carpet and the bad decision in the customer's face. I knocked the dust from my jacket as I slid up to the bar. The bartender was one mustache short of a border dispute, carried more tattoos than an entire biker convention. Soda on the rocks, I said, dropping a 10 on the counter. The bar is not open, man. He looked at me with his head cocked to one side, every inch the junkyard dog deciding whether to bite now or later. Then a glass of water. I smacked my hat against my leg, sending another cloud of dust drifting to the floor. Is Bo in? Sure. I think so, but she's mighty particular about her Johns. He pocketed the 10 and slid a glass of something across the bar. Whatever it was, it looked darker than the carpet. Business, not pleasure. Tell the lady Sam Charming's here to see her. I sat and sipped my water while he disappeared through the back. After what felt like an hour and a half, he returned and pointed towards the booth. I slid off my stool and headed over. My shoes squelched in the carpet. In this heat, nothing should be that damp. Bo Peep sat waiting, an exotic dancer and owner of the Sheep Pen. 5'9" of slick back hair, layers of heavy makeup, and trouble. Charming, honey, she growled. What do I owe the pleasure? This was why she danced. A body capable of making prince and princesses alike question their life choices. Unfortunately, she also had the voice of a dock worker chewing gravel. Looking good, Bo. You planning to wear that tonight? Oh, this? She ran her hands over the lace teddy and matching bloomers. Hun, in this heat, a girl can hardly be expected to swan around in next to nothing. That's for later, when the high rollers start wandering in. Place doing well? Charming. She rolled her eyes. I could always use a new act, but you ain't no dame. A prince, maybe. So cut the small talk. What do you need? Colin Blue. Oh, little boy Blue. She snorted. He's one of my girls. Someone stole his horn. He wants it back. Any thoughts? Oh, that bitch. She slapped the table, hard enough to rattle the glasses. I knew he was hiding something. Boy Blue without his horn. Nobody's paying to see that. So, you any idea on who took it? Blue's my star performer. Plenty of competition for the spotlight. Could be any one of my girls. She leant back, crossed her arms. Anyone outside this place? I resisted drinking any more of the so-called water. You could check at Granny's place, a few blocks over. I know Granny. She your competition? Not the kind of person I want to mess with on a day like this. The old queen's expanding her empire. Bo wrinkled her nose. These days, it's not just milk and cookies. Thanks. I'll check her out. I'd rather blame the competition before I start pointing fingers at your girls. I stood and slid out of the booth. Oh, charming. Her voice followed me halfway to the door. I stopped and glanced over my shoulder. What? If you could find it in your heart to shut the old crow down, I'd be ever so grateful. The smile she gave me was sweet enough to rot teeth. I tipped my hat. Sorry, Bo. Not my line of work. Granny's got Blue's horn. I'll get it back. Nothing more. Such a white night. I'm not that white. I stepped back into the summer heat. The sun hung overhead like an angry god with a magnifying glass. The streets shimmered. Every puddle had evaporated weeks ago, and nobody had enough water left to waste on a swimming pool. The city baked, and somewhere out there, someone had stolen Boy Blue's horn, which meant my day was only getting started.